Mr. Arpit Jain.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this session. And you are from
Thank you,
UP.
sir.
You are from
Yes,
UP.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
UP is been adopting a new population policy.
Yes, sir.
Why and what?
Sir, you adopted a new population policy because to check the rising
You can relax. It seems that you are tense. Relax. Relax. Yeah. Go ahead.
sir, to check the rising population of UP because total fertility rate of UP is high compared to other states and UP has a limited resources. So, sir, to check the population explosion, UP has put out a population policy.
What is its objective? Objective is
What,
to
sir?
bring. What is its objective?
Sir, objective is to bring the total fertility rate below 2.1.
Okay. Fine. Okay. What is you studied in NIT? What is Institution of Eminence?
Yes, sir. Sir, Institute of Eminence are the institute that will be selected by the government. That are the 10 government and the 10 private institute will be selected, which will grant more autonomy and more funds will be granted to the public institutions, so that they can qualify in the top 100 or 5,000 world top universities.
Okay. Kabaddi, you like to play? Are you still playing the kabaddi?
Yes, sir.
Why you like that game?
Sir, first of all, it is very simple. It can be played anywhere. It will not require any equipments like in
These are all
cricket and
ordinary
other.
things about the game. The question is, what attracted you towards the game? How you are passionate towards the game? That you need to explain.
Sir, when I start watching the Pro Kabaddi League, that is the Kabaddi tournament, then I feel interested in this game, so I attracted to this.
You are from Baghpat district, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Baghpat district, what are the major problems as of now?
Sir, major problems of
Baghpat district.
Sir, the major problem is the farmer unrest because sugar mills, there is a huge due of the farmers' bills on the sugar mills. So that due is not paid to the farmers and farmer unrest is the major problem.
Yeah. Do you think we need MSP regime to continue?
Service regime?
Should we need to continue MSP regime?
Sir, there are both sides of it. First, MSP, minimum support price was introduced in the Green Revolution era when we do not have the sufficient food grain production to increase the food grain production. But sir, but now we have the sufficient amount of food grain production, and sir, due to MSP, there are many problems because the farmers only produce the rice and the wheat crops due to the assured MSP, and there is a deficiency of pulses and other nutritious crops in our food grain production. So, sir, I think we have to reduce the dependence of farmers on the MSP and try to encourage them to produce other crops.
Okay. Sir, Santosh sir.
Arpit, you are a mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
There's a question that is likely to be asked again and again. So, with the introduction of EV policy across India and the requirements of environmental concerns, my proposition is that we need not have, after 2030, we need not have mechanical engineers. We need only electrical engineers. How do you react to that?
I don't think, sir, after 2030, there will be no mechanical engineers because there are many emerging areas in the mechanical engineering field that is requiring the role of mechanical engineering. Because, sir, there is also a mechatronics and robotics field is emerging in the mechanical engineering branch, which has the contribution of the mechanical engineers. Plus, sir, in the thermal sectors also, renewable sectors like solar sectors, solar energy, wind energy, that also require the role of mechanical engineers. And plus, sir, in the electrical vehicle also, there are many components which will require the role of mechanical engineers. And sir, fossil fuel based automobiles cannot be completely phased out due to the limitations of the EVs. So, sir, in that area also, mechanical engineers will be required.
Okay, how will you describe yourself, Arpit?
Sir, I am young, energetic, passionate, hardworking engineering graduate trying to pursue the civil services.
What is your vision for India?
Sir, to make India completely hunger-free, poverty-free, and a prosperous nation.
How do you do that?
Sir, by focusing on my reference, like focusing on the inclusive growth, by creating the labor-intensive jobs, because a lot of our population dependent on the agriculture sector, which is suffered from the disguised employment. So, sir, creating the labor-intensive job in the manufacturing sector, plus, sir, providing appropriate skills to our youth by connecting the industry with the universities and the colleges.
Okay.
Also, sir, role of government
Okay.
is also very important. Yes. Sir.
Okay. So what is happening to this innovation in India? Because you're an engineer, I'm asking the question because of, I'm sure you know about innovation. What is the innovation scene in India as of now?
Sir, first of all, there is a very poor government investment on the R&D of the percentage of the GDP, due to which, sir, innovation is not of that much capability that should be, because a lot of talent is there in India, but due to our poor infrastructure and the policies, there is a brain drain that the talent got out of India. But sir, India is improving on the innovation front, as seen in the recent World Intellectual Global Innovation Index, which India climbs to 48th rank, first time in the top 50. Plus, sir, many startups are also emerging, and India, I think, become the third fastest startups growing economy in the world. But sir, there are many issues which we need to overcome. First of all, we have to update the curricula of our school and college education by shifting focus from the rote learning to the creative activities. Plus, sir, there is also to be the increased investment in the R&D sector also, sir, by the government.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, we have to retain our youth also. Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you. Professor Ranjit.
Thank you, sir. So congratulations, Arpit, for making it to this level. Wish you all the best for the future too. So Arpit, what is your understanding about Uniform Civil Code? What is your understanding about the term Uniform Civil Code?
So Article 44 prescribed the government to implement the Uniform Civil Code that ensures that the discriminatory practices between the different religions should be phased out, and a common civil code regarding the matters of divorce and other practices that should be uniform across all the religions. That should eliminate the discriminatory practices between gender.
Do you think that it is possible and practical to have a uniform civil code in a country like India, which is having diversified religions? Do you think it is possible?
Sir, India is a country. Sir, currently I think it's not possible because there are so many differences over different provisions of the Uniform Civil Code by the different communities. But sir, if we try to incorporate all the demands of everyone and try to be in talks with the different groups, so we can reach up to that level. But that requires us very thorough deliberations and public consultations by the appropriate committees.
So, if you are going to be an IAS officer, what would be the few steps which you could take to immediately eradicate corruption at your level, at your district or wherever you are posted?
So first of all, I will try to promote the more technology in the governance, because if there is a more technology in the governance, there will be more transparency and more accountability on the part of all my subordinates. That will help in reducing the red tapeism and the discretionary power that they use to do corruption. So another point is I will try to involve public in policy making as much as I can, by taking the citizen feedbacks, by launching an online medium through which they can raise their complaints if they face any corruption issue in the department, and try to get them as soon as possible.
So, since you are an engineer by his qualification,
Yes.
I would like to ask you, what are the constraints in technology transfer within countries or internationally?
Sir, first of all, they have the patent of their technology. So many companies are not willing to transfer their technology to the another one. So I'm not sure about the other ones. I will read about it.
Okay, thank you, Arpit.
Kalyavani ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Amrit,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me what is the role of CES?
Ma'am, role of
CES, Special Economic Zones.
SEZ. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, SEZ special economic zones were incorporated under the SEZ Act 2005. These zones are the basically zones that is used to promote the exports in the country. They are basically the low tax zones that have the more autonomy to the industries located there, more tax incentives given to them, so that they can promote the Indian exports.
What are the subsidies given to them?
Ma'am, I'm not sure about the exact provisions. I think there is a minimum alternative tax should be, I think, waived off from them for the few years,
Single
and
window
other
payment.
incentives are there.
No strike zone declared by Gujarat government. So there are so many other allowances given to them. Water, electricity. There is a lot of subsidies given to CES industries. And in how many districts it's functioning?
I'm not sure about the number.
Around it is to be increased to 600 districts. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then now there is a proposal for privatizing the state-owned insurance company. What is your opinion about it? Which insurance company is that?
I think the share of LIC IPO is offered.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, Arpit.
Audio is clear?
Sorry,
Amrit?
ma'am, I was disconnected. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, privatization has both its advantage and disadvantage also. First of all, ma'am, privatization brings the private sector players into the insurance into the sector in which government is going to privatize. That will brings more competition, more efficiency on the part of the government sectors, because they will face competition from the private parts. But ma'am, India is a country with huge number of poor people living below the poverty line. So government has also the responsibility to cater to the poor sections of the society, because private services will be more costly, so many people will not afford it. So government has also retained some company or the some part of it as the insurance, so that the poor people can also benefit the insurance. But we should not restrict any organization for the government player alone. We should also bring private investment, and also we can set up on the PPP mode also.
Which insurance company is proposed to be privatized?
I think it is GIC. I'm not sure.
It's United India Insurance. United India. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What is the unemployment rate in India now?
And what?
Unemployment rate.
I am not sure. I think around 11-12%.
No, it is
Six.
about 6.9%.
Okay.
Has it fallen down or increased from last year?
And due to the pandemic related disruptions and the job losses, I think it is increased, as pointed
Okay.
out by the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy.
It has fallen down. Okay. What is disguised unemployment?
In this kind unemployment is when there the requirement of only 2%, suppose, and 3 or more than 2% are working on that organization. So the contribution made by the after that 2% is 0, because only 2% are sufficient. So they are disguised employed. They can be employed other things.
Yeah. Madhavi? Madhavi, ma'am?
Arpit, what's the meaning of your name, Arpit?
Arpit means dedicated.
Or tell me, are you that personality? What do you want to dedicate to your underprivileged students that you teach?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please repeat the question?
What do you want to dedicate to the underprivileged students that you teach?
Ma'am, I want to, because they are mostly underprivileged students, so they cannot afford the private coaching institutions. So I want to help them so that they can also receive the good quality education and can also succeed in the life.
Now, Arpit, you are a kabaddi player.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you think what are the skills required for a kabaddi game?
First of all, a coordination is required in the whole body between the eyes and the hands and the legs, because it requires the very good coordination on the whole body. Another skills is the team effort, team coordination is required, because a whole team can succeed in the game. A single player cannot win the game.
Do you
These are the
think,
two things I think required.
do you think only a good physique is required for a sport like kabaddi?
Yes, ma'am, good physics is also very important, because you have to escape through the tackle by the defenders. Yes, ma'am, good physics is very well required in the kabaddi, because we have to escape from the tackles of the defenders. So good health is very important.
Yes, sir. That's what, sir. One more from my side. So the next candidate is Rishma rather than Vristi Hasra, sir.
Okay, same link or other link?
So the mail has been sent off the new DAF, sir, but the link is same.
Link is same. Okay, no problem.
Okay, sir.
And we'll complete this. Arpit Dey, to come to the end of the session, feedback, what I initially would like to tell you is that you still have the look of a college or a school student, right? You kindly said that,
Yes, sir.
you have a lot of inhibition in giving a reply. Either you give a very short reply or you give a long reply.
Yes.
It appears that as if the reply is already pre-prepared and you cannot do more than that. That is not the question, right? Feel free. Feel more relaxed. Even if you are erring, there is no wrong about it, because nobody needs to know everything. But we should find out a personality who can handle the situation. Suitability for the post, right? For which, you should be able to explain your opinion. When I asked about kabaddi, you should say why kabaddi played you, what fascinated you, like kind of a physical force that we learn, and a kind of a eye contact, developing bondage with friendship. This can be played anywhere, any places, so that when you go to the underprivileged children, you play with them. See, such of the things you should tell, not textually. Most of your answers are as if it appears as if you have written somewhere and reproducing them. So that is why you are not able to, sometimes when you are not able to go, you stop with that. Okay. So these are the things I find where we need keywords. What fascinated you? It should be more, vibrating. You should give your reply in such a way that it should be inspiring the other side people, right? It is not merely just intellectual this thing acumen that already been tested in 2 examinations, right? Now, what they want
Okay, sir.
is a suitability. So when you talk about,
Yes.
dedicating yourself for this downtrodden children, you can tell them first, I teach them about discipline. I teach them about basic health understanding. I teach them about the importance of
Yes.
education. Right. It is not available in the rural area. It is all available in the urban area. See, these are the normal things that you come across in any textbook. They are not the answers that
Yes.
have been required. So you make your answer appropriate to the question asked. So make your keyword, make bullet point, take one after another. As I said, when there is, you don't know about economic, special economic zone, that is nothing wrong. Nobody will know everything. When you can
Yes.
very well say that this is the idea, when concessions that have been granted, it should immediately come to you relating to allotment of land, concessional
Yes.
tariff relating to electricity. This you did not
Yes.
go for and find out. It automatically will happen. Then there will be concession relating to what you call your exports, right? It is totally in export. Then you will have concession relating to your exporting. So these are the areas you can tell. So overall, I find you adequate, but still your way of presentation need to be improved. Long way to go, right? When is your date?
Okay.
When is your date?
26 August. 26 August.
26th of this month. Yes, there is no
August,
problem
sir,
now.
August.
August. Yes. What you can do is you just record some 20 questions. Sit before your computer, get them, or your smartphone, get them recorded. You see for yourself.
Okay.
Then you can make what is known as a self-correction. Right? You need not worry about it. Otherwise, everything is fine. Thank you, and I'll pass it on to Dr. Santosh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
Chairman. Arpit, Arpit, you
Yes,
should
sir.
have taken your interview in Hindi, I believe. I seriously feel now we can't do anything because obviously your English is okay, but it comes in a very straight tone, one tone. There's no tone. It's almost
Yes.
robotic.
Yes,
So
sir.
I don't know whether you can improve on that. But as the chairman said, I think he captured everything.
Yes.
What I want, I also wanted to say this is not a question answer session. This is about personality, right? So when questions are asked about Arpit, dedication, you have to pour your heart out on that, right? And you should say, no, that the passion with which you say that, it's not say I'm dedicated to my children, underprivileged. That's not the way to say it. Yes, I'm dedicated to them because I also empathize with them and they have issues which I'd like to, at my level, try to solve. That's the way you answer. It cannot be like,
Okay.
a digital sound continuously. You have to bring variations in your, that's the more important. I think knowledge-wise and all, you're a bit there. For example, as he said, the question could have been much more beautifully answered. But you start abruptly and stop abruptly also. Suddenly, after the question is asked, you take a lot of time, and then you stop suddenly, and because the answer is unfinished, the questioner waits for further answer, which you don't give. So lots of issues to be covered. I think you had to work on your these things that we are telling you very, very seriously, because you have got an opportunity to reach up there. There are many lakhs of students who never reach that level. So you're just one step away. Don't forsake that by lack of preparation. As sir said, more mock interviews to do. Stand in front of a mirror, record it. I don't know whether your delivery style can be improved. I'm not sure, because did you study in a government school and Hindi medium?
Yes, sir, up to 4th class.
Up to 4th class. Okay. So you should have improved. By this time, your English diction and all should have been better. That's why I said Hindi would have been better choice for, because a lot of candidates we have interviewed who have taken in Hindi and they've done a tremendous job of it. So that's a little handicap there. So, you need to improve a lot. Arpit, dedicate your next Arpan Karo, next 1 month, just to transform yourself completely. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. All the best. God bless.
sir.
Thank you.
Arpit, good Arpit, you have given a lot of information in your answers, no doubt about it. But at the same time, what I personally feel is you need to give modulation, do some voice modulation like what Santosh sir and Chairman sir said. That is very important,
Yes.
so that there is more life into what answer you are giving. In your involvement should be there. It should not be just like giving an answer, but it should be like as if you are involved in it, and your views also you have to add more. From the information is one side, and your analysis and what is your opinion on it, because tomorrow you are going to be a policy maker, helping the government, being part of the government. So obviously that role you have to prove at the level of the interview. Okay, all the best.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Arpit,
ma'am.
you improve your modulation while answering. Modulation of your voice, huh? Go up
Okay,
and
ma'am.
down so that, and give some energy to the replies, and stick to the answers only. And also one more thing which I wanted to tell you was start the answer immediately, not very immediately, but take a few seconds and then start with some back. So
Okay.
there must throw some weight on your voice, huh? And
Okay.
you can improve on your modulation, and your answers are good. Only thing
Okay.
is you have to improve your presentation. Huh?
Okay.
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 Madhavi
You
ma'am,
will. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madhavi ma'am.
Said it also. Yes, sir. Sir, you have said it also.
Okay, fine. To come back to you to sum up what everybody says is that your presentation needs to improve. You have quite a lot of information. Be
Yes.
like every word has like. So you should be able to evoke the people from the other side. When whoever name what it stands for, you should say who named you, what is the objective behind, how you are going to take it up, how you look forward. You cannot tell about yourself, your own name.
Hello.
If you ask me why I am named as Tavakan, I will tell you so many things.
Zoomilana.
Dr. Santosh Babu will say, he will tell so many things. Like that, in an interview, you are not able to tell. You should be able to tell. It means that you need to do little more preparation. If you do that, I think everything will be all right, and wish you all the best. And you are adequate, but only thing is you need to do more marks, more present, more, improve your presentation technique.
Okay.
Okay. Be pleasant. Don't get little this thing. You are either too small answer, too short an answer, or you go about. We do not know where to end. Both should not be there. Somewhere it should start. Okay.
Okay.
Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.